Good morning, Gigi fam. Good morning. Gigi, we out here in the garden, to get some work done. Get some work done. I already been out this morning, have the irrigation system turned on, watering the raised beds. Everything over there is doing pretty good. Don't have any fruits on the vine yet, except for the shishito pepper. It's growing really good. But guys, we're gonna get some work started. We have a busy day ahead of us, and we're gonna try to do as much as we can before the heat hits. Guys, we are out here. I am back. We're gonna get some work done. We need to pull some things from the garden. The garden is looking bad. We need to finish. We need to. Well, the garden is looking bad with dead stuff that need to be pulled. Old tomato plants, some old pepper plants, tomato plants that just couldn't stand up under the sun. Hold on, guys. I came out my door this morning, honey, ran smack dab into a spider web. I saw it though. I saw it. But when I say I came out my door, it was right across my doorway. I don't know where the spider was, but I was swinging this little stick, and I must be hit something up here and made some pine straw fall, and it fell on my hand while I was out here hollering. Because I thought something had done got me, but I see a spider web right here, and I know I got to go this way. Yeah, yeah, I walked that way earlier, but it's in the other direction that I have to go in. And I just got this little stick. I usually don't be using this stick because some of this is a stick I use to stake stuff. It's splintery to me. Have little pieces of wood. Now let me get my broom because that broom is better. The broom is better anyway because you could really slam something with this. If I come up on that slitherer, I could really knock them out. Because I used to come out here and walk around with my hoe in my hand because we were seeing so many of them little snakes crawling everywhere. Seeing so many snakes. But I'm looking at the lemon tower. It really needs to be cleaned out. I need to get soil in my other two green stalks, snow, and my other tomato. I need to get those filled with some soil. I think I have enough to fill those two. There's 6 more things. And I may have to run and get some soil for the buckets because I'm going to burn holes in the buckets today. I think husband is going to throw some little hot dogs out on the grill. This is the 4th of July day. This is Independence Day for most of America. We still do some things for Independence Day because that's just the era that we grew up in. But we don't do it like we used to, honey. When I was little, we would pack up our food, go down to the island where I grew up at. We'll go down there to the pier where me and my family did. If you follow the channel, then you heard me talk about the cookout that we had on last week, Thursday, our family day, with my sisters and my nieces and stuff. And we would pack it up and go down there and save us some tables and get the grills and stuff like that. And we'll cook out and be down there all day because that's also the area that they shot the fireworks in. We don't do that no more. We don't do that no more. We lived over there, so it wasn't hard. We didn't have to deal with the traffic because we would get down there early in the morning, get our table, and before the fireworks start, we would clear everything up because we knew after the fireworks, we just was going to walk home. We'll walk home. My parents, my mom, dad, all of us will all be together and we just all walk home. And then as adults, we did it with our kids. That's just what we grew up with, celebrating Independence Day. We still do a little something here, but I don't go all out like we used to. Because when we were younger, honey, we wanted our 4th of July outfits and we would buy our kids their 4th of July outfits. It was just a whole thing for us. There's another holiday. We out of school. Are we off from work? Because most of my life, I taught school. That's what I did before I started working the job that I'm working now. I was a teacher. And so we would be out and we'd get our little outfits together for us and our kids, honey. We just made a whole thing out of it. It was fun, but then when you learn the truth behind something, now that I know about Juneteenth and and the freedom. You can't unring that bell. You know, you can't unring that bell for me. So we do a little something for both, but you know, we understand that true independence came on Juneteenth. All right, I'm gonna put this coffee down. We're gonna walk around and we're gonna look at some of these things in this garden, y'all. I got me a cup with a top to it today so I could sit my coffee down. I'm drinking, and let me tell y'all what I'm drinking, child. My sister Carol, she picked me, the one that do the gardening at her house and sent us the little video. She picked me because anytime somebody asks me, do I want coffee, I ask them what kind of creamer do they have. Because that's my thing. I say I'm a hot creamer drinker with a splash of coffee. Because I like, oh Lord, honey, like to walk into it. Like walk into it. It's all up in the tree. Hold on, child, because I got to go this way now. I gotta go this way. He done made a way up from the table to my tree, honey, and blocking my whole way. I gotta go this way. See, this is what I be talking about. They make, I'm sorry I'm spinning y'all around, but they make webs in the most inconvenient places. And you blocking my whole path. This my path, and this where his web is. To this tree, to my little peach tree right here, up to my plum tree. I gotta go this way. And I'm going to go this way. But anywho, telling my little crazy coffee store, my sister, she told me, you're not no real coffee drinker, honey. Because when anybody say, you want some coffee? I'll be like, what kind of creamer do you have? Because that's my thing. Give me some hot cream with a splash of coffee. Y'all, the garden is looking, woo. It is looking, woo. Let me show you. We're going to get busy out here pulling some things. Some of this stuff need to be pulled. Some of it right up in here, they just need some water. Look at my little pink guava. That's why I don't get just one thing. I be getting two because she looking dried out. But look at this one compared to that one right there. How she's standing. They both got watered the same. Gonna pull this out. Some kind of bell pepper thing. Gonna pull that out. And then I'm gonna water. This little pepper right here got some rot on the end of it. I just left it there when I saw that. But I'm gonna water and pull things out. This little like something flying around me. I'm sorry, y'all, but I apparently don't walk through something. This little tomato plant here, big as day, but nothing on it. Nothing never came on it. I hate to cut it off, but it never had any flowers or anything else. I might just pull it on out. The okra is coming through right here. And I got some more back there. I may move them around. That cantaloupe. It hung on. Even after the vine boy had done ate the vine on it, I planted it back because it still had root. And it still hung on. It ain't gonna do nothing though, but I'm gonna pull it up out of there. Because I do have some squash. And this is what I'm thinking about doing, guys. And I'm going to bring you all along with me while I do it. Because I got a couple of tomato plants that's gone. I don't have anything in this bucket. That's that eggplant. I thought about planting it in here. I'm not. I'm just let it go. That's the one that was so full of ants. This tomato don't have anything on it. It's still growing, but it's a determinant. It's not going to give me anything else. I picked all off of it. I think I picked all off of this one. And so what I'm going to do, and this one has a couple of green tomatoes. This just have one green tomato down here. I think I'm gonna let it go, and I'm gonna use these bags because I have my zucchini. I'm gonna use these buckets right here to put my zucchini in till it's time to start planting in cabbage. By the time I get ready to plant cabbage, those zucchini plants gonna be gone anyway. And this one still has some flowers on it, so I'll try to let it stay. It's looking pretty good. That's the Bush Goliath. It gave good tomatoes. Uh-oh. Y'all, I gotta knock them down. Uh-oh. Honey, I'm so busy out here knocking webs. I don't see the spiders in these things. I be so busy out here knocking webs. I don't see the spiders in them, but I can see the webs. Thank God it's just a little sunshine out here. You can see the sun. Y'all, it's already warm out here. It is already warm out here. So I know I'll probably be out here for a minute, and I'll probably pull out my neck fan. Let me see my temp in my area. Right now it's 77. feels like 83. The high for today is 92. They did call for a heat wave for this weekend. They did say something about a heat wave. I'm not seeing that now. The weather app that I have on my phone comes from the National Weather Station, like that tells you about the hurricanes and all that. It comes from the national thing that tells you, about the hurricanes and stuff like that. So just moving on down, we just looking. If y'all could hear my quail birds, honey, early in the morning they be doing this. This is a I think this is a German Johnson here. I'm gonna pull this right here on out. It's just in here. It has absolutely died. I'm gonna pull that out and I could use that steak for something else. This one is through. It's not gonna do anything else. It don't have anything on it. I'm gonna take it out too as well. I'm not waiting on them to see if they're gonna give me something. This collard green is done. I'm gonna let it go. The other ones are gone. This pepper here is doing good. It's still a little growth coming out from the potatoes. It's not much, but they got a little flower in that thing. I'm not in hoping that it gives anything out. Lord have mercy, y'all. I see a big old, but not a big old. I see a big old web with a little spider. Cause I'm gonna turn my green stalks. So I don't know what they thinking. I'm gonna turn my green stalks, and when I turn it, it's gonna knock they web down anyway. But I'd rather knock it down, cause then I could see where they about at. I could see about the area they fell in. Cause I have to get that. That's my extra right here. Is my extra soil and stuff that I reach around. See, I go in through these bushes. I have it where I could travel through the back of my thing and pull this out when I want to. I could pull it out that way, or I most of the time pull it out this way. And I use some of the extra soil that I have in there that I've been feeding. I'm just walking around. These are the buckets. I'm gonna take my time today and put some holes in these buckets. But guys, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna stop talking. That's a quick garden walkthrough for this morning. There's no water in my bird thing. Ooh, I gotta get a bird some water, honey. Gotta get a bird some water. The irrigation system is on. I'm gonna go through and go through and do the pulling and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna water this evening. I'm gonna water this evening because I'll be off tomorrow as well. But I'm gonna water this evening. And then next week we're gonna be saying goodbye to Kaylani. I'm gonna have to take the girls back next week because of the way my schedule is set up. I'm getting ready to be on call for a week, and then after that I'm going to night shift. So I don't have too much longer. Next Sunday, that's my long week, and that's when for the Sunday after I'm gonna be on call. So because of the way my schedule set up, I have to find time to be able to take them there. We usually go and stay over a night and come back the next day. I don't like to drive and turn around and come right back. I can because it's not a hard ride and it's not a long. It's not a long ride, and I like to take the country route. I like to take the scenic route instead of getting on those major highways, burning up gas and all of that. And one thing I learned was traveling the country route. Yes, you have to go slower because you're going through a lot of residential areas or whatever, and some of the country type areas where you see a bunch of cows and all that kind of stuff. I like that kind of stuff. Me and my husband both do. We older, so we ain't got to get on the main interstate and be able to do 80 and 90 and all that. But going that route, I save 30 minutes on my time. You would think it would take longer because it's the country route, because the scenic route usually take longer, but I save 30 minutes in travel, and I only have to put in one tank of gas. I could gas up here, don't have to gas up to come back. So that's why I go that route, and it's better for me. Me and my husband, we love it. We just sit in the car, we talk, we chat, we laugh. The kids be back there laughing, asking us questions that give you a good time to explain things to your kids and tell your kids stuff. Your mama ever got you in the car and she just talked your head off about something? I used to do my kids like that all the time, especially if they made me mad. I give them a good old talking to from the time we left the house till we get to wherever we was going. They could tell you about some of that. All right, guys, I'm gonna get back with you because we finna get started in this garden. I'm thinking. Y'all, I'm thinking what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get that a couple of the tablecloths out and I'm gonna dump my soil on that because trying to just dump soil in this wagon every time, it's gonna slow me down. Hold on, y'all. There was Olivia calling me and she hung up when I answered. Then I tried to call her and then she didn't answer. You talking about something that burned me up? That do. You just called me and you see I'm calling you. Why you ain't answer? But anywho, I think what I'm gonna do is get a couple of the tablecloths and I'm gonna lay it out on the pavement and I'm gonna dump a couple of things of soil and throw my amendments on that. I'm gonna just if I have to mix it by hand or whatever, I'll do that because I don't have a short shovel and all of that. But I think that's what I'm gonna do because every time I'm gonna have to mix one wagon because it only gonna hold that one bag of dirt. And so I have to keep mixing one wagon. And that one bag is not enough. It takes a bag and a half to fill 3 of the tiers. So I'm trying to think how I could get done. How I could get done quicker because the heat is gonna catch me if I don't. It's already warm out here. The sun is not even really out, not in the back anyway. But it's already warm out here. So I'm trying to think how to work smarter and quicker at the same time. So guys, let me do that. I'm probably definitely gonna be fooling with the gnats now, but I gotta do what I need to do and get done. Okay, guys, I got that all mixed up. Got that all mixed. And being that the bags are on the dolly, I could just flip them off on here. I'm gonna push old Blueberry down so I could bring in Snow and start getting her filled. I'd probably go much faster if I do it with my hand. I am gonna let it stay on the stand though. I'm looking at this mosquito keep wanting to play with me over here. I think I'll do better if I fill it with my hand instead of trying to do a shovel and all of that kind of stuff. Then I don't have to keep bending and unbending for this first tower. I do try to follow the directions. It does have a fill soil line, so I always try to make sure I get it to that. And it actually not to pack the soil down, not to pat it down. Keep the soil fluffy, so I'm not going to pat it down. It's going to drop down on its own, especially once you put the water on it and the water start draining out of it. It's going to go down anyway. And this one is going to be a 4-tier, remember, because I told you I got I have the other one, the other single back there. So this is going to be a 4-tier. Well, guys, I'm going to stop you right here, pause you right here, and I'll get back with you when I got it done. Hmm. Y'all, I just wanted to come and show y'all what the carpenter bee can do to your property. This is where a bee made a hole. He's called the carpenter. Oh, if you could see him, he just stuck his head out. If y'all could see him, he just stuck his head out. That's the carpenter bee in there. They will destroy some of your property, but they like to drill holes and stuff. I just wanted y'all to see that. Y'all, I am back. I got something in my feet and here chewing some cherry plums. I had to stop. Me and husband went to the grocery store, so we needed to get our grocery shopping done. We've done that, and now I am back, and I'm gonna finish getting the tomato filled up. That'll be the last one, and then I needed some perlite, so I had to go get some more perlite anyway. But I'll get back with you guys when I have this filled up. Okay, guys, I am back. I have everything filled up. All my green stalks, I have them filled up. Got the blueberry, have Snow. Snow's a little dirty. It's just hard to keep her clean when your gloves are dirty. And I have the tomato filled up. Of course, Snow is a 4-tier because of the single one that I had back there. I took that and stacked it right there. She's going to be in the middle. And just want you guys to see that. But I'm going to go ahead on and